Talking about Troy Cassar-Daley. Check out the website for touring details. But right now, the latest album, Troy Cassar-Daley with Sing About This Country.
Looked out from a headland on an Angry dawn, or stood in Kakadu and felt so small. Dive through the waves on Cottesloe Beach, see the Derby stars, then we'll sing about this country, this place is old. We'll sing about a land that's yours and mine. Oh, every big and little town, from the center to the sea. Come on, sing about this country with me. Have you seen the rain falling down on Uluru? Headed north to Janie Creek, out of Omaha. Watch the Corumba sunset, melt that western sky. Then we'll sing about this country, this place as old as time. We'll sing about a land that's yours and mine. Oh, every big and little town, from the center to the sea. Come on, sing about this country with me. Can't you feel it rising up? It's our dreaming song. There's room for everyone when we sing about this country, this place is old as time. We'll sing about a land that's yours and mine. Oh, every big and little town, from the center to the sea. Come on, sing about this country with me. Come on, sing about this country with me. No, 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 no.
Boys, Troy Cassar-Daley. How are you, Troy?
Good morning,
Welcome. Good morning,
Kerri-Anne.
everyone. Tough call this time of the morning. Oh, three
It's not
past
too
nine.
bad. It's not too bad. I mean, you know, I think I've been getting to bed a bit earlier these days, which is good.
Oh, this is good to hear. We appreciate that. Now,
goodness.
you guys did not get to see that clip when you were working and playing so well. You were flying across water, walking on water, riding with the Brumbies out the west, climbing mountains. It looked specky.
A good friend of mine put this together for us, and I want to thank people at Australian Tourism because they gave us that footage, and you couldn't shoot that. I mean, you know, how many days would it take and months would it take? But Ross Wood put it together for me and cut our bits and pieces in at Fraser Island and up near the Gympie Muster site, and it was so nice and so good to be able to incorporate it with the band and the show as well.
Well, you so rarely get to do it live on a television show in a studio like this with people like we've got upstairs. So
Absolutely.
Well
and I want to say
done.
thanks to all your crew because we get here, it's set and it sounds fantastic, and you don't get that all the time.
They
Thank you,
are
guys.
cool. No, they are cool. Upstairs, downstairs, brilliant.
Absolutely.
Now, the album, it is special. In fact, your mate Keith, come on, let's Keith Urban.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a good mate of yours, and he gave you a bit of inspiration and a bit of advice. on this?
We were talking about having writer's block, and it's a common thing with us. You know, you get to a stage where you think to yourself, OK, well, where do we go from here? You know, you've been making records for the last 15 years. And Keith said, have you tried this drum machine in your Macintosh computer? I said, I don't even know my Macintosh computer had a drum machine. I felt like a complete dummy. And he just showed me how to use it, and I got home and started to write with it. And getting that sort of a heads up opens a door as a songwriter. And next thing you know, I was writing tunes, and I texted him. I said, man, this is great, you know, thanks so much, because it opened a really interesting part for me where you can write with tempo and energy. And this song celebrates Australia. I think that's one thing I love about it. I've just been to the Territory with my little fella last week, and it made me realise why I wrote this song. I saw these places. I saw Owenpelly and places like that up in Northern Territory, and I felt very small.
Wow, yeah. it literally is the big country. But what a great song.
Oh, thank you.
You really hit all the marks. So again, going back to the technique, like when you've got a career that's going to span many years, as yours has and will continue to do, you have to find new keys to unlock new parts of your creativity. So is it just getting the rhythm and you get a feel?
You're exactly right. It's about the rhythm. I think Keith said you've got to write with some energy, and I said that's exactly what I'm looking for. And if you start with that beat to follow you along, suddenly the rest of it's just sitting down with a Telecaster and going, right, this is how we do it. And then writing about something that means something to you, hopefully that'll translate to everyone as well.
And,
you know?
and also one song on the album dedicated to little Sunday Rose. How did that happen?
Big Love was pretty interesting. I mean, when Sunday Rose was born, I texted Keith and said, man, your life is going to be so much richer for this, you know. And he wrote a text back and said, look, we're all tired, everything's well, she is beautiful, big love, Keith. And I was in the middle of one of these drum machine tracks, and I thought, Big Love, yeah, it's not a bad title. So he's probably going to be hitting me up for points. Don't worry. But it's really nice to be able to sort of, like I say, get inspired by a text message, for instance, is pretty rare as well.
Where did you get to know Keith so well?
Well, we went to Tamworth. We met backstage at the Star Maker Quest, which is still a big quest out there, and people...
What year?
1990. We were both in the finals. And
well, I met Keith back in the late 90s at Tamworth.
We wouldn't have had mullets like we had back in 1990.
They were very attractive. Don't let him say anything else.
I've got to tell you, we had some serious hairstyles. But sitting backstage, we're talking about things that inspire us back then. And this time, sitting in Nashville talking about the stuff that we used to do, Keith used to want to raise money for the kids' hospital. So he'd organise a jam out the side of cheaper music, and we'd all come down, all his friends would come together and play. And we reminisced about a lot of that. I think it's really nice to have history with people and to talk about stuff that you've really fondly remember, you know?
Well, just magic. And guys, again, thanks very, very much for making the effort this morning. It's just beautiful. Well done with the album. There's the touring details up there. If you miss them, just go to our website. But more success to you.
Hey, lovely to see you, Kerri-Anne.
Okay, coming up on morning's Little Black Dress. We're paying tribute to the Little Black Dress this morning with a fashion parade. After the break, they're two of Australia's best loved larrikins. In fact, they'll love this song because their new movie is basically a getaway commercial. It's a fabulous new movie. Paul Hogan, Shane Jacobson after this.
Hey folks, how you going? This man here is Paul Hogan.
And he's Ken Jacobson.
And you're on Kerri-Anne Kennelly. Coming up, we're going to talk to you about a film we did called...
Charlie and Boots.
That's the one.
With Kerri-Anne, who's still a babe, you know.
Wonderful. Gee, I think she likes you. I wish she liked me.
Van, millions of these ShamWows have been sold overseas, and we have been amazed at the response here in Australia.
Fantastic. Now, this is not just a regular